Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
These are the best Doomsday shelters. Gone are the days of the simple, mediocre shelters constructed by items bought at the local hardware store and built underneath the family home. Today, we are living in a time of luxury underground doomsday bunker mansions. Yep, it's a booming business where billionaires are spending millions to fortify their lives in case of an impending apocalypse. After all, Mr. and Mrs. Rich need somewhere to go when the economy collapses and the air starts turning us into flesh-eating zombies, right? With that being said, let's take a look at some of the best doomsday shelters that are being purchased by the who is who, the high rollers of American society. Some of these bunkers cost 10 times more than your house. Number 10. Hospital in the Rock. Set up in miles of natural caves and tunnels under the historic Buda Castle in Budapest is this quirky museum, dedicated to the space's former life as a military hospital during World War II. In 2008, the museum opened to the public, complete with borderline creepy wax mannequins set up in recreated situations, doctors in the middle of surgery, a room full of hospital beds, military personnel. Visitors wander through winding hallways, accessible only through an informative tour, take part in nuclear readiness drills, view a small exhibit of the nuclear weaponry available today, and witness actual items melted in Hiroshima. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 9. The Greenebrier. 26 presidents have spent the night in this historic luxury resort in the Allegheny Mountains of West Virginia, which dates back to 1778. During World War II, the State Department leased the hotel for relocated German, Japanese, and Italian diplomats, and it was later purchased by the U.S. Army and converted to a hospital for the treatment and rehabilitation of soldiers. In the 1950s, the government once again tapped the hotel, this time to build a bunker/bomb shelter in the case of an apocalyptic emergency. Called the Emergency Relocation Center, it was to be occupied by the U.S. Congress in time of war. The shelter was decommissioned in 1992 after exposure by the press, and today, hotel guests and the public alike can tour the impressive space carved into the hillside. Number 8. Hack Green. Just outside a rural town in Cheshire, the site of the 35,000 square foot underground complex was originally used for military operations in World War II. In the 1950s, the bunker structure was built, then later rebuilt in the 1980s at a hefty price to make it blast-proof. It was one of 18 such sites meant to be the center of the regional government in the case of nuclear war. In 1998, it was fully declassified, and now the public can stroll through and envision the preparation scenario, communication centers, decontamination facilities, original broadcasts, and more, including the largest curated public display of nuclear weapons in Europe. For the extra curious, there's a simulator to recreate sights and sounds, and possibly even smells of the bunker under strike. Number 7. The Opadum. Calling itself the largest billionaire bunker in the world, the Opadum is located in the centralized Czech Republic in a quiet valley surrounded by mountains. Any potential conflict in the world is likely to avoid the Czech Republic or reach it at a later stage, which would enable the owners of the Opadum to arrive at the compound and make preparations, says the official website. In fact, the company is so fortified that visitors on the website require a special passcode just to access its web pages. Construction on this luxe doomsday shelter began in 1984 during the Cold War, and today it's ready to provide long-term protection against natural or man-made disasters, weapons of mass destruction, and power outages. In addition to underground bunkers, the Opadum, derived from the Latin for closed space, also provides an above-ground residential estate, so you don't go super crazy without socializing with others. But the rooms are swanky enough that you might not want to leave, ever. I mean, who would want to go out there and battle flesh-eating zombies and cannibals during the apocalypse? Number 6. Vivos Europa 1. Carved out of solid bedrock under a legit mountain, Vivos Europa 1 claims to be the ultimate life assurance solution for high-net-worth families. Plus, it has 5-star amenities. Private apartments located in the fully enclosed tunnel structure run about $2.3 million and are made for long-term lockdown, so you, your family, and your personal staff can snuggle in for the apocalypse. Vivos helicopters will meet you at the airport to shuttle you to the complex, which was built to withstand close-range nuclear blasts, direct airline crashes, biological and chemical agents, massive shockwaves, flooding, armed attack, and even earthquakes. Just make sure to bring an entire library of your favorite movies and board games so that you don't die of utter boredom. Number 5. The Safe House. Leave it to Polish modern architects to design the coolest Doomsday residence on record, with sliding walls that allow you to determine your safe zone inside. Yep, the walls literally move like a transformer and convert into everything from super protective rooms to massive film projector screens. The pool pavilion terrace is equally as protected with a drawbridge. Best of all, the entire house is above ground and surrounded by lush grass gardens, meaning you can live there without anyone knowing you're a Doomsday prepper, until the eventual day that everything goes south. Number 4. The Aristocrat. The Aristocrat isn't trying to hide the fact that it's bougie AF. The luxury bomb shelter complex charges more than $8.3 million to own a personalized bunker, and the brand markets itself as being practical, self-sustainable living with lavish aesthetics and the comfort of modern living. Super spacious underground, the Aristocrat is enough to fit all 4 of your supercars and a Rocket Z Apocalypse SUV, a gun range, bowling alley, sauna, pool room, greenhouse, and more. You definitely won't feel cramped or restricted in this underground mansion. Your bunker can run both on and off the grid, and there's an extra above-ground safe house if you need a little sun. Keep in mind, if the grid flatlines, your massive TV probably won't run on solar power. Number 3. Survival Condo Penthouse. Starting at $4.5 million, the Survival Condo Penthouse is a completely customizable 2-level Doomsday apartment with 2.59 feet thick walls that, once inside the Resident Evil-inspired secure doors, looks like any other luxury penthouse in a major metropolis. Just because it's the end of the world doesn't mean you shouldn't have fun. Inside the Survival Condo complex is an indoor shooting range, indoor pool, gym, rock climbing wall, arcade, library, movie theater, and dog park. Worldwide economic collapse? Pfft, we got a condo for that. And now we've come to the best pick of the day. A bunker in the middle of the Arctic all alone? I think not. Heck, I'd probably rather face a horde of zombies than to live in a bunker like this. Number 2. Trident Lakes. Disneyland for nuclear disaster, Trident Lakes prides itself on being a 5-star resort equipped for security, survivability, and sustainability. Putting a new spin on gated community, this 670-acre compound in Extor, Texas, can withstand an armed invasion while still allowing its residents to have a blast. There's a driving range, polo field, lagoon, gun range, adventure course, and of course, personal underground living spaces with above-ground terraces. Best of both worlds, am I right? There's room for 3,000 people, which is about 2,300 more than live in Extor city limits. Be prepared to dish out anything between $449,000 and nearly $2 million. Mickey Mouse probably won't be there. And number 1, Silo Home. Unlike the billionaire undercountry clubs that most rich and famous people will settle in, Silo Home is a solo-standing residence built in the Adirondacks. Converted from a missile launch control center into a survivable habitat, Silo Home is surprisingly haute, with a well-designed, nature-inspired interior that gives a homey vibe instead of an "I'm living in a Cold War bunker" vibe. Complete with 2,000-pound blast doors, Gringotts-level secure stairwells, a support tower, and walls made of 3-inch thick epoxy resin-formulated concrete reinforced with stainless steel mesh, Silo Home is designed to absorb the shock of a direct, I said direct, nuclear hit. With that being said, we've come to the end of this video. So, be honest, which of these bunkers would you consider living in if there was an apocalypse? Let us know in the comments section down below. Want more videos that'll exist until the very end of time? Click on any of the amazing videos you see on the screen. As always, thanks for watching.